10 places in the world you are not allowed to visit. 10. Heard Island, Australia. This barren volcanic Antarctic island, an Australian external territory about 2/3 of the way between Madagascar and Antarctica, is considered one of the most remote places on Earth. The mountainous land mass is 368 square miles and has 41 glaciers, and is also home to a variety of wildlife including penguins, seals, and marine birds. However, in 2000, the University of Hawaii noticed a 2-kilometer-long lava flow coming from the southwest side of Mawson's Peak, a 2,745-foot-high complex volcano which has been active ever since. Apart from the volcano being a threat, the weather on the island is notoriously poor. Also, it's a minimum 2-week sail to any other major land mass, making it one of the most lethal and hardest places in the world to access. 9. Po Vecchio Island, Italy. This small island is located between Venice and Lido within the Venetian lagoon in northern Italy. Throughout its history, it has been home to a fort, used as a shipping checkpoint, been a quarantine station for the bubonic plague, and since the turn of the last century, there has been as an asylum. In 1968, the psychiatric hospital was closed down and the island was abandoned. It's no wonder Po Vecchio has long been considered one of the most haunted places on Earth. Rumor has it that the ghosts of plague victims, war victims, and the ghost of a brutal asylum doctor roam the decaying grounds. The Italian government offered the island up for long-term lease in 2014 in the hope that someone would redevelop the land. 8. The Lascaux Caves, France. The world-famous cave of Lascaux are found in every history book thanks to their more than 17,000-year-old paintings of humans and animals. Clearly visible in the over 600 works of art that adorn the complex of caves in southwestern France are all rocks, horses, deer, and plants corresponding to fossil records from the Upper Paleolithic period. Although named the UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979, the caves have not been accessible since 1963. After opening them to the public after World War II, the presence of visitors and influx of light created a number of problems like the growth of lichen, crystals, microbes, and fungi, forcing a permanent closure to preserve the site. 7. The Qinshi Huang, China. Buried under a 250 feet high hill, the tomb of China's first emperor Qinshi Huang, who passed in 210 BC, remains a mystery. The 1974 discovery of the life-size terracotta warrior army is one of the greatest archaeological finds of all times and lead to more than 4 decades of excavations. The grave of the emperor they are guarding and an estimated 6,000 to 8,000 additional warriors have remained undisturbed for more than 2 millennia. It is not likely that the tomb will be opened anytime soon, neither for scientists nor tourists. From booby traps mentioned in ancient literature to the large scale of the underground palace itself, it appears that no technology worldwide is ready to deal safely with the excavation. 6. Ilha de Queimada Grande, Brazil. What could be a lovely tropical island is actually one of the most lethal places on Earth. Ilha de Queimada Grande, also nicknamed Snake Island, is the only home to thousands of highly venomous golden lancehead pit vipers. The island is located about 90 miles offshore and access is strictly controlled by the Brazilian government. Estimates claim that there is 1 snake for every 3 square feet in some spots. Annual visits by the Navy to look after the lighthouse are always conducted with a doctor present, as bites can cause internal bleeding, kidney failure, and death. Although the snakes are venomous, the real reason the island is closed to the public is to protect the critically endangered snakes from poaching. 5. Svalbard Global Sea Vault, Norway. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault is definitely off limits. Deep inside a mountain and earthquake-proof, this is where the world's most prized crops are stored. Since 2008, almost every country in the world has entrusted the Seed Vault with specimens totaling more than 865,000 different samples, out of which 150,000 are rice alone. The facility on Spitsbergen serves as backup to the more than 1,700 gene banks worldwide, ensuring against man-made or natural disasters. As the Seed Vault in Norway acts as a copy, no access is granted to researchers, scientists or breeders. 4. Room 39, North Korea. In the words of journalist Kelly Olson, Room 39 is one of the most secret organizations in arguably the world's most secretive state. Created in the late 1970s, Room 39 is said to be located inside the Workers' Party building in Pyongyang, taking its name, according to some sources, from the office it occupied at the party headquarters in its early days. Although there isn't much official information on the room due to the secrecy of its activities, it's believed that it raises funds through commercial enterprises, both legal and unlawful, with activities ranging from counterfeiting to the sale of gold, substances, or weapons. This network of companies present in various parts of the world is estimated to have been able to contribute up to $2 billion a year to North Korea. It's speculated that Room 39 could be behind the sophisticated counterfeiting of $100 supernote bills that were issued over decades. 3. Bongar Fort, India. Between Jaipur and Alwar in Rajasthan lie the ruins of what was once a splendid kingdom. The fort was built by the ruler of Ambakachwaha for his youngest son in 1573, and gradually its population dwindled until 1783, when a strong famine forced the villagers still living there to flee. Local legends state that the reason for the kingdom falling into ruin was that the fort was cursed. As the only legally recognized haunted place in India according to the Times of India, a government permit is required to be able to enter before dawn or after sundown. Although it's said that the reason is down to wild, nocturnal animals such as tigers and the lack of artificial lighting in the area, no one knows what else could be lurking in the ruins. 2. North Brother Island, United States. Access is forbidden to North Brother Island without prior authorization, since all its buildings are in a dangerous state of deterioration. Inside, nature continues to devour the abandoned structures and ruins of what was once the city's quarantine hospital. First claimed in 1614, the history of North Brother Island's past is intertwined with death and disease. In the 1880s and right into the 1940s, the site quarantined people with highly contagious illnesses. All those who passed away there were stored in the island's morgue. From 1951, it served as a rehabilitation center for substance addicts. In 1963, North Brother Island was abandoned, becoming the property of New York City Department of Parks and Recreation, which now manages the site as a bird sanctuary. 1. Diego Garcia, British Overseas Territories. Located between East Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia, Diego Garcia is an important strategic asset for the US Navy, which has a major military base there. It's also said that some of the CIA's most important floating black sites could be located in this area, according to The Guardian. During the Cold Conflict, the United Kingdom rented the atoll to the United States for 50 years, but the island was not uninhabited, so, before renting it out, the British government expelled some 2,000 Chagossians. Between 1968 and 1973, these inhabitants were forcibly sent to Mauritius, the Seychelles, and other British territories. Since then, the islanders have unsuccessfully demanded the right to return to their homes. Diego Garcia's tenancy expired in 2016, but the UK has extended the contract for another 20 years.